crew.
Houston, we have a problem.
I don't understand. That is awesome. You gotta be freaking kidding me.
God, please, no.
This is season 5 of the Multicoloured talk show. And here are your hosts, multi-talented, sadly not multi-award winning, Steve Gerald and Eddie Hastings.
I was in the toilet, you told me, sorry. No, I'm not happy.
Well, I'm not surprised. Really
He rushed me this morning,
I did not rush him.
Right, normally sit there, then I turn round.
Then you turn round.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Multicoloured talk show.
Why have you got us in the church?
Because you need to pray.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at that. It's a nice church.
Well, it's obviously not Los Gigantes Church. Do you know, I think I spoke about this before. In Los Gigantes Church, what do you call it? The mural.
The mural. Not the mural. The
All right.
mural.
Have a look at it in Los Gigantes Church. You'll see the ex-mayor. You'll see the priest, the little fat, he's gone now. He got sacked.
Did he?
The little fat priest from Santiago del Teide. Yeah, he got sacked. He used to sell lottery tickets. The Christmas lottery.
Yeah.
And he would stop the traffic in Santiago del Teide. Traffic jams.
No
The
way.
little fat boy was out selling his... nobody knows where he is. He got sacked anyway.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. The Bishop of Tenerife, he's been a naughty boy as well.
Has he?
We started.
Well, all right. I mean, you are already putting us in jeopardy.
Remind me to tell you about the Bishop of Tenerife later.
Why?
Because we're coming to have to say hello to everybody.
Okay, but before
Welcome
we do,
and...
Before we do, we're in church. There you go.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
I feel a bit camp this morning.
Do you really?
It's because they're wearing dress as a priest.
What's with your dog collar?
And you made it for me.
Yeah, but you've got it all creased. Looks like you've been on the communial wine, I'll tell you. So, very good morning.
Not much difference from Holly's coffee.
No, I didn't get a coffee this morning. What have you got that I haven't? No, don't even answer that.
4 inches more.
Wait,
I'm definitely becoming a priest today,
well,
haven't
you
I?
are, really.
Oh,
So, a very good morning to all our friends on XPTV1.
www.xptv1.com. Passiva. John says I say it wrong.
Yeah.
There.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. Come to John.
I've no idea. We're also on Facebook and, of course, on YouTube. Follow the little arrow, hit the subscribe, ring the bell. What are you doing?
I don't know. You've got to get lower shelves.
I've only got one shelf in the studio.
An elf. One shelf here, one elf there.
You need longer arms, Julie.
Sorry, Holly.
Did you just call my wife an elf?
No.
A midget?
No, we're not talking
No,
about
we're not
midgets.
talking about midgets.
Lisa Craig's here.
Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Tracy Fagan.
Oh.
Brendan Baxter's watching live.
Live
This
from
morning.
England.
LK, Gregory Smith. And Greg. Oh, Harry Trodden, Harry and Jerry.
The copper.
We did James and Shirley.
Yes.
They were in the other night.
Yes, they've gone home
We've
now.
got some lovely people here at the moment.
Yeah, and some horrible people as well.
Well, we're not going to
Well,
talk
the
about
Alkies are morning, Raymond.
Good morning, Raymond. Yes, indeed. Lots to talk about this morning.
What have you? I've nothing to talk about.
However,
However.
it's all gone out of my mind. I'll tell you what I've done. I've woke up this morning and I don't think it's laryngitis. I don't even want to know what that was. I haven't, you got a hair on your mouth.
Yeah, you got any animals in here?
No, not at all.
Sorry, Jack.
Good morning, Wendy Johns. Good to see you. Yeah, it's all gone on my head, but I woke up with a little, I'm not going to say it's laryngitis, but my voice is like,
Yeah, Lord Stewart.
I think it was too much shouting last night.
Singing. You have that croaky voice. I tell you, over Christmas they sung that song, and honestly, I've watched it a few times. It is just wow. You should.
The Chris Rea thing.
Yeah.
Driving
home for Christmas. You hit it. You got it. You just spot on.
Yeah.
With the croaky voice, the Rod Stewart, Bonnie Tyler.
It's the only song I can sing.
I can only sing one song.
Two? You got two?
No.
I can prove
No, I've got one song, Eddie.
I can prove
I've
it
got
if
one
you want.
song that I sing.
What about In the Ghetto?
No, that's not good. That's a drunk song.
There you go. Tracy's just said, Holly told you last night he had a microphone. Holly, they stick it up for you here.
And they want Holly on mic as well.
No, when we were working at night time, I played drums.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
God.
When the bar's packed, everyone wants a drink and
Yeah.
you're up there.
Yeah. I play drums, but I don't use them. I could just yell at people, I just shout at people. Ollie said, "Do you need a mic?" And I'm like, yeah, okay. And this morning, can't speak. Unbelievable. But Tracy and Jeff and Marie and everybody was in last night, and Jeff actually played drums. You know, you're sitting there doing this. You're quite right too as well.
Is it bad?
Oh, well, let me tell you.
You need an ear. You need an ear for drums.
You do.
And two hands.
And timing.
Yes.
Ticker.
I also say, when you mention a drum to me, I always know what comes into my head.
That's good. Just looking at that. Joe Roberts says, "Good morning, YouTube. Steve is looking a little bit sinister, and I'm sounding sinister. It's like a part of being in Goodfellas. Have you seen that film?
No.
Yeah, it's all things. Linda Lee, good morning.
Linda, I like Linda.
And Brenda Baxter, Eddie on drums, and Stuart on Holly's guitar. Woo! It's all going on
Stuart's
today.
good. Yeah, he's good. I like
Look who's
Stuart.
just turned up.
Ian Clark,
Ian
bloody
Clark.
socialist.
Good morning, Ian. Oh, there's 10 notices of them. Morning, Ginger and Steve. Spasibo. Is that how you say
That's
it?
how it's.
Spasibo. Oh, slowly. Spasibo. Yes, you're...
They'll all be speaking Russian anyway soon because they want a war, don't they?
Yeah.
Russia wants a war.
With Kazakhstan.
No, Ukraine, bloody Ukraine, isn't it?
Ukraine, sorry.
There's nobody left. You take them all left and take the money out.
Yeah, good morning, Linda. Linda here from Dundee, which is great. And Jeff
Love
says
Linda.
it would have helped if he could see the drums. Well, let me tell you something. Jeff came out on holiday. I don't even think he knows he's on holiday. And he won't know until he gets sober. He's been hammered since he's got here.
Yeah,
Absolutely hammered.
he's
We love
in
him.
mine, he's in mine.
Still recovering from there last night there at 60s. Well, I'll tell you what, this is what I want to talk about this morning. See Sanderson's.
Why didn't you tell me? I've got loads of throat lozenges in my house.
Yeah,
A lovely lady brings them over.
Yeah, I like vocal zones. Vocal zones, you can't get them here.
Oh, bring them down. Anyway, walk by the restaurant today. I'll
Yeah.
give you a packet.
Brilliant. Was that a wink?
No,
I think it was.
no.
Yes, it was. But, no, I mean,
It's from the joke shop.
yeah.
You used to tell me what I meant, yeah. And then the mouth all goes purple or pink or black.
Oh, you swine. You swine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to say, I like vocal zones. They're a great throat lozenge. All singers use them, which is probably why I don't. But yeah, and you can't get them. You just cannot get them in Tenerife. There's still a lot of stuff you can't get here, isn't there? Like, unless you go to Iceland, you can't get a good pork pie. You love pork
I'll
pies.
get pork pies coming all from all directions in the UK.
Yeah. But,
Fantastic. I got some sausage rolls last night from a local family butcher. Somebody mentioned Greg's. Listen, Greg's that's just mass production, isn't it?
yeah, of course.
I like the local butcher's sausages. I love the local butcher's steak pies. I love the local. So when he makes the sausage rolls, they're not all the same size or the same shape because they're homemade, like your gran.
Yeah, your grand's definitely homemade.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
The massive difference between having a Gran's cake and a Greg's cake.
Oh yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean,
And I love that.
Do you know what we bought this week? Last week, actually. We were in Lidl's. Was it Lidl's? Yeah. And they've got these slow cookers. Oh, mate. It's not been empty since.
Really?
No, it's brilliant.
As you all know, I'm a trained chef, right? And I've never used a slow cooker. I'm scared. Because I was never taught at college how to use a slow cooker.
You can't go wrong with a slow
I know,
cooker.
that's why I don't have one. I'm scared. I've never used one.
Well, I'll tell you what you do. You get yourselves a load of meat. Well, in our case, it was beef last week. Chunked it up, threw it in. Chopped up a leek, bit of onion, bit of potato, bit of carrot, few oxo cubes, put it on in the morning. Well, it was just absolutely incredible. I'm going to try a curry in it this week.
Really?
But yeah, but I went up and bought it, and we were walking around with it. I said, "Oh look, they've got the old
How
slow
much?
cookers in." Well, this is what I'm getting to.
We've only got an hour.
Ollie says, "Well, you wanted one for ages. Grab one." So I got one, took it to the counter, the checkout, €20.
No way.
€20.
You still got them?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I'm going to pop in on the way home then. I'm going to try it.
€20. And I'm looking at it. It's great. I mean, it's
They're
got
good,
like
they're good.
burnish, and it's got a really good thick
Are we being sponsored by Lidl's now?
crock pot. No, we're not.
Because you know what I got from Lidl's?
I just want to ask one question before you do that.
What?
How can they make them for €20?
Because they made them bloody Thailand or somewhere, aren't they?
Well, it don't matter where
Where
they're
we
made.
don't have union reps, bloody socialists, fighting, going on strike. In these sort of countries, they want more money.
Hey, oh, Brenda says slow cookers are amazing for curries, and Geraldine, she makes her own steak pie and marinate the steak in Guinness and everything. Yeah, see.
Well, welcome to the cooking lesson.
Well, yes, we've turned into a cooking shop now. I mean, put it on in the morning, ready when you get home. Well, I'll leave mine on overnight.
But they won't be able to do it in England, the price of electricity.
Come on in, Calitrex. I actually don't think it takes a lot of electricity. I think it's more or less the same as a light bulb or
Really?
something like that. So what did you get from there?
Well, I've not been in Lidl's for ages, so I sent somebody up. I fell out with Lidl's here. Yeah, well, they asked me to leave. That's another story. They were selling €10, Eddie. €10 for a what do you call it? A Wi-Fi booster.
Extender, a range extender, yeah. Oh, look at me like that.
But it's no cables. You just plug it
No,
in.
no, it's an extender.
And you get, because I live in a big house, Eddie. So I want the Wi-Fi from upstairs, downstairs.
I'm living in a church at the moment.
Yeah.
Forget your big house, I've got a church.
Yeah, so that's, I've got it on. It's bloody marvellous. Where's John going? Bolognese slowly done over
10 hours.
What?
Comes out like, yeah. I mean,
No Italian in the world would do that.
Jeff says they're brilliant for legs of lamb. And Ian
How
Clark
can you
says,
get a leg of lamb in one of these? Oh, how big is your slow cooker?
that big?
And you get a leg of lamb in it?
Yeah,
Oh.
really. I mean, Ian Clark, he says he's never been on strike. I have no idea what that's got to do with slow cookers.
He lost all those people those jobs in Derby.
Yeah, but he wasn't on strike.
No, he doesn't go. He's a union rep.
Well,
He's like Alpha Scargill.
He's being
Well, all the
accurate.
miners were all in strike, eating pot noodles. He was in his house, Alpha Scargill, eating fillet steak.
I totally agree.
And
But
Ian Clark quite rightly says, listen everybody, this is your union rep. He's never been on strike. He puts you on strike, you in debt, starving,
Yeah,
kids
but-
have no clothes, and he's there giving it.
yes, but he's never been on strike.
He's never been on time.
Well, that's another.
I'm shouting.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a surprise.
No, he does it to me. You know what I'm like? You know what I'm bloody like?
Oh, he winds him up somewhere rotten. Ian Clark, he's had steak. Well, there you go. But did you do your steak in a slow cooker? Because it falls to pieces beautifully. Well,
How can you have a nice entrecote done in the slow cooker?
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you.
No, see, no, I'm
It's like braised, isn't it? It gets braised. It's really
But
good.
you wouldn't put steak to be braised, would you? You take a poorer cut of the cow to do it.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't put a nice entrecote or fillet
But
or rubber. You wouldn't put it in.
I mean, listen, guys, if you've got anything that you'd like to throw in a crock pot, tell me, I'll give it a go. Brenda says before she was a veggie, now she loves barbecue pulled pork. Oh, it's great. Well, you got to get yourself one. You have to get yourself one, if only for the crack. I'll tell you. Just put it on in the morning, and listen, you're a buggy. You
Can I phone somebody up?
no, what today?
No.
No.
Just tell them to go and get me one.
Well, no,
I'm one of these people. You know, if I want it now.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm going to sort it. I'm going to phone.
He's going to get somebody to get him a slow cook.
No, because you know when you want something, I want it now.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait.
Yeah,
Because
well-
I have this thing about Lidl's. There won't be any left.
Well, I don't know if there's any left up here, but I think we got ours from Lidl's in a decade. Pheasants are great in the slow cooker. Really, Mick? Pheasants in the slow
Where are you
cooker?
going to get a pheasant from here?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
I've
maybe
got grouse up where I live.
pigeon. Pigeon. He is his
Pork
frozen-
and Coca-Cola, yes. You marinate your pork in the Coca-Cola. Marinate it.
Yeah, but if you put pork in and then pour Coke in, that'll do it while it's cooking.
You sure?
Yeah, we love it.
No, I marinate.
Tracy says they're sold out. Everybody around the pool has just been off to buy them.
Oh, you're joking.
No, she's joking. It's called
She's not
humour.
answering the phone.
Who isn't?
My secretary.
Oh, no. You've got a secretary?
Yeah.
Go away. Unbelievable. I know you've not got a wardrobe clerk, but anyway,
What do you mean?
I'm just
I've
saying.
got a bloody I've got my nonsense wardrobe.
Well, yeah. He's still trying here. Unbelievable. Just, you talk amongst yourselves for a second. So, anyway, yeah, that's what we did. We got a slow cooker, and I'm just experimenting. Wasn't too
Right, it's
keen.
only around the corner. Can I go?
Yeah, go. It wasn't too keen the first time we tried it. I don't think we left it enough, and the steak was a bit chewy. But after that, we worked it.
Got vegetarian on.
Yeah.
Never had steak kebab or a chicken nugget, but I use my slow cooker all the time for my veggie dinners.
See, there you go. There you go. So it's not just meat eaters. I mean,
John, who
virtually
invented the
everybody-
slow cooker?
Don't.
When did it? Because when I was trained in Glasgow College of Food Technology
Yeah.
in the 1980s, right? I think, yeah, 1980 to 83, because I came here in 83. We didn't slow cookers. We never covered slow cookers. So they weren't invented then.
Ian Clark's got 5 slow cookers in the house. What do
Hey,
you-
will you bring me one over?
What do you need 5 slow cookers for? I don't know. Still. Anyway, shall we get to my subject?
Yeah.
Slow cookers was not my subject this morning.
Can I?
But
So
tell
you
what,
in the morning, then put it on, then come back, and it's all.
put it on before you go to bed, put it on in the morning. I mean, if you're going out in the morning at, let's say,
It seems very popular, so because you haven't
Yeah.
seemed to have one apart from me.
9 o'clock, right, just chop a few bits and bobs
Yeah.
up, put some meat in, put the lid on, put it on high or whatever you want because it can't burn, and then there you go. When you come home at night time, because I mean, don't forget we work long hours, right? You'll be going home and you love a snack of a night. I've seen your photographs. Bottle of wine and a snack. You could have a bottle of wine and a ladle of slow cooked junk. And of course, if you don't eat it, it freezes great. Freezes absolutely brilliant. So get yourself a slow cooker.
Bertie's watching today.
Yeah, Sarah Satchel says she's got a spare one you can have.
Oh, thank you.
Good morning.
Is it clean? No, I don't want any dirty. I don't want, you know what I mean?
You ingrateful swine.
But hey, you wouldn't borrow somebody's frying pan.
Yeah, but you got a tap.
Yeah, no, but it's not the same, no.
Oh,
Would you borrow somebody's frying pan? I wouldn't. Would you?
well, no, not really. But
Well, as I say, I don't want a second hand. Do I look poor? I don't want a second.
now you mention it. Good morning, Matt Johnson. Bertie's watching today. Have you met Bertie yet?
No.
Oh, little tiny weenie dog. He's lovely. You like dogs. And Geraldine says, Ian Clark, are those kickbacks from management for not going on strike? See, now you're getting into an argument situation now.
He lost. It was on the news, if you remember, 2 years ago. I think it was about 2,000 people's jobs in Derby.
Right, I've got to say a thank you, by the way. Why Steve come dressed as Steptoe?
That's not funny, Richard.
That's amazing.
When you come back over to Tenerife, don't be surprised if there's bricks through your window.
So listen, going back to my subject,
Yeah.
I've got a thank you to say today because we were invited this week to go and do a bit of filming with Channel 4. However, this is my subject.
Before you start your subject, I've got an apology to make, haven't I?
You start your apology and then I'll say my thank you.
Yeah. Last week's show, unfortunately, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I commented on somebody. I don't want to mention his name because he's on this morning. Sorry, John. And, well, I don't want to mention. He says don't mention my name, so I'm not going to mention. Unfortunately, can I just say that John has never been a Casanova. Or he's been a one-woman man.
A Don one, he's not been one of them either.
And he is cleaner than
Whistle.
a whistle.
Yeah.
On behalf of Eddie, myself,
No, I didn't say anything.
we apologise.
You could say on behalf of the Multicoloured Talk.
On behalf of the Multicoloured Talk Show, John,
Don't bring me
from
into
the
this.
bottom of our hearts,
He's hard.
we are sorry.
He is.
Got into trouble, everybody.
Oh, good.
I didn't know, did I? I didn't know.
No, I mean, Yeah. He's talking to
He's
people.
dating Tracy's mother now.
Is he?
If that's not a Casanova, I don't know what.
I'll tell you what, I don't
A lot of
blame
people,
you.
it's older women now, aren't they?
I don't blame you. She's a good-looking
She's
woman.
very
isn't she?
good.
Oh, yeah.
87. I said she's 90. She's not 90, she's 87. He's dating, well.
Yeah. What do you mean, really, gentleman, John? Well, listen, he's made his apology.
Yeah? Do you want me to grovel?
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I don't want to be involved because I didn't say nothing.
We're on the same show, though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
we are on the same show.
Because
It's a bit like you signing my book, isn't it?
Yeah, because we're all together. It's like Jimmy Savile brought down the BBC.
Oh, you
It just
bullshit.
wasn't Jimmy. I mean,
Yeah.
we're blaming the BBC. It wasn't the BBC. It was Jimmy Savile. No, it was the BBC. So if I insult somebody accidentally,
Stop it, you're making me cry.
it's us, Eddie. It's us.
You're making me
You have
cry.
to take full responsibility for
I
my
don't
actions.
have to take full responsibility for your mouth, right?
Right.
You've already barred us off Facebook several times.
We're talking about mouth. You know what I'm watching on Netflix?
What?
Lewinsky. Monica Lewinsky.
I see the connection. Yeah.
Why would you have that on your dress?
But I'll tell you something as well.
Right, what?
Right? After that happened, in Las Americas, they called the bar Lewinsky's.
Yeah, because it's a Russian name, isn't it?
I don't care, but it was just a great sort of like...
Yeah, it's in Los Christians on the corner.
Oh.
Lewinsky's. It's a Russian
Yeah.
place.
But I mean, it's like, it's not a name you use when that were going on. Anyway,
I don't know.
to my
Big
subject.
portions anyway.
Yeah, my subject, right? Firstly, I want to say thank you because we got invited, the Multicoloured Talk Show, me and Steve, to go down and be to watch and witness and be a part
And be a part of it.
of filming. I think it was for Channel 4 or
Channel 4, we'd
5.
like to mention the programme.
Yeah, I suppose we can. Yeah.
Yeah. Places in the Sun.
Our place in the sun.
Right, we were invited.
We were the Multicoloured Talk
Did
Show.
we go?
Well, we couldn't, and this is my subject.
Our biggest break in TV, Eddie. We couldn't be asked going.
Oh, no.
You could make it up.
Brenda's right, I do need a bleep button for you, but there you go. John says, on behalf of John, thank you, Steve, for your apology. There you go. So we got invited to go and be a part of the filming of A Place in the Sun. But we couldn't. Now, this is my point, right?
Right.
Before lockdown,
Yeah.
it seemed like we had all the time in the world. All the time in the world.
Time in the world.
But since lockdown, and since we've been back open and everything, I don't know.
I'm even going up earlier.
Yeah, you got no time to do nothing.
Nothing.
Now, the laws of physics and
I used to
time.
make you curries and chili con carne
Yeah.
every dinner.
Yeah. I mean, the laws of physics haven't changed. A minute is no longer, an hour is no shorter. But, here we go. Where's the time gone? Why can't we find time to do anything? Lisa said the whole show would be just one bleep then in that case. So there you go. I think people are ganging up on you this morning.
I don't mind vegetarians ganging up on me. No, I don't. No, let's be honest. Know what I mean? Lisa's got to be the only good-looking vegetarian I've ever come across.
Are they vegans?
You don't get many good-looking. When you see someone in the street, they come into the restaurant. You just look at them, bet she's a vegetarian, and you turn around. Oh, I'm a vegetarian. Oh, really? But you can tell the clothes they wear. They must have their own shops. You know what I mean?
Mind you know the Doc Martin company, the
Yeah.
boots, Doc Martin.
Yeah.
They're doing a vegan Doc Martin now.
What do you mean?
They're doing a vegan.
What are they made of then?
Well, they're made of leather, aren't they?
Can't be.
normally?
No, leather's from an animal.
Yeah, but they're doing a vegan version now.
So they can't be leather.
Well, no, they're not. That's the point, isn't it?
Ah.
Vegan. So someone came
It's
in the
plastic
bar.
boots.
Well, I don't know what they are, but someone came in the bar a couple of weeks ago now, and Holly turned around and says, "Oh, Doc Martens, I've got a pair of those." And she says, "Yes, I hate these." And Holly says, "Why? Are they vegan?" And she said, "Yes, they are. They're vegan."
They're just trying to be politically correct.
Well, apparently
Probably not.
Yeah, apparently. No, these are the most uncomfortable Docs they've ever worn. And I can't believe that. Why would you produce a shoe, a company that size, that's not comfortable? Anyway, back to what we were saying.
PC.
Yeah,
I'll upset Brenda.
yeah. Well, that's it.
All
She's not coming to
vegetarians
this.
are welcome.
All vegetarian. They're not.
Vegans are welcome.
But you see,
I've
what,
even let the Welsh in.
yeah, but what you turned round and said,
What did I
you've
say?
never seen a good-looking vegetarian.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did. Yes, are plastic boots not just Welsh? Well, yes,
Yes.
they are. But, you know, I mean, we're going to watch this back later.
And cringe.
And Steve's going to sit there and go, oh, my God, did I really say that?
I know, I do,
really?
you know.
So-
it just comes out.
So, girls, please accept my apology on his behalf.
Right.
I've seen loads of good-looking vegetarians. Well, there's two talking to us now.
Yes.
Lisa and Brenda.
Lisa and Brenda.
I'm trying to dig you out the hole.
Thank you. You've done
You
very
will.
well.
Haven't I
I'll
just?
go and get a JCB.
You will. So where does time go? Where does time go? Because we got invited this week to get out, and I really couldn't find the time. I know a lot of people think that we open our doors at 6 and close at 12 and that's it. But it's not the case, is it? I mean, we're cleaning, cooking, stocking, not stockings,
Shopping.
shopping.
Shopping takes
Yeah.
a big time up, doesn't it?
And something else that people don't understand. Well, I'm sure they do, but there's loads of hidden costs, isn't there?
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, like cleaning materials, toilet rolls, ice. We don't charge you for ice, but we still got to buy it, you know. So it gets really, really, really busy. Really busy. And I don't know where the time's gone. It's almost like Star Trek's got involved.
Oh, yeah. Are
Yes.
you taking your medications?
Yeah, I think I have, yeah. Ian says, I think Steve is still drunk from last night. Lisa, good looking, try living with her. No, listen, no.
God.
We don't want to get into these
Oh, they're
arguments.
domestic. They're
Oh.
domestic.
Well, they're arguing on our chat. This
At
is
least they're
amazing.
talking together again.
Was they not?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Yeah.
He was on night shift. She's on like the school, so they were like ships passing in the night.
Yeah, there you go, Martin. There's a big expense that he doesn't take into factor into his account.
Oh my
Steve-
God! I've got secretary.
Oh, secretary's on the line.
Linda.
Oh, don't tell him who it is.
Listen, you're live on my show, the Multicoloured Talk Show.
Oh.
Eddie's told me that Lidl's has got some slow, can you hear me? Slow cookers.
He's shouting.
Oh, yeah, could you get me a slow cooker? Right, are they in now? Oh, lovely. So yeah, bring it round today. She's got me one. Oh, well done. Thanks very much. I'll see you later. Thank you. There we are. Job done. Stevie's slow cooker is on its way. That's what you call shopping online.
So now listen, you got a slow cooker coming. What are you going to cook first?
Also, there's going to be a booklet. It's going to be instructions, and they'll give you a little won't they?
No.
Matt, he's a chef.
Yeah, Matt's a chef.
Yeah. What's that say?
Well, he's trying to come up with a reason why time's gone. It's because we spent so long not being able to do anything or go anywhere. You had all the time in the world. Now, you got freedom back, and it's what's making the day feel shorter.
Can I ask Matt a question?
Yeah, you asked Matt a
Matt,
question.
you're a chef, trained obviously.
Yes.
Obviously. Sitting Guilds, 706, 1, 2 and 3. So, Matt, were you ever taught how to use a slow cooker? Because I certainly wasn't. When you trained to be a chef. This is like a lazy chef's course, isn't it? Well, anyway, I've got one. It's on its way.
Brenda says you should just Google slow cooker recipes.
See, that works in England, isn't it? Bloody England.
That works here as
No,
well.
it doesn't. It doesn't, Ed. I'm going to tell you why. Because you get this recipe and they've all this, bam, 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 all these ingredients. Get up to yourself to make a donut. They don't have half the stuff. You know what I mean?
Potatoes, carrots,
No, it's
onions,
like the little
leeks.
things, isn't it?
Well, I think I can get most of everything here. Brenda says you can find lots of slow cooker recipes online, but the easy way is just bung it all in. Just bang it all
Thank
in.
you, everybody. I'll have a report next week of my first slow cooking dish. All right, Eddie?
Yeah.
Oh, you still get these bloody chocolates.
Well, somebody bought us chocolates last
yeah,
week.
last week. That's how you still got them.
Well, I've been saving mine for the show. Would you like one?
No.
You sure?
No.
I'm going to have that one today. I mean, you see, make them last.
There you are. No, Steve. Rations won't work at that speed of a slow cooker. Well, I can name a few. Thank you, Matt. So if you want professional cooking, see Matt or myself.
Wendy says she thinks slow cookers are quite modern, right? About 20 years or so. I think they're great. I've got one. Eddie knows. I've gone one, Eddie. No, what? Yes. Okay. Got you. Say no
Don't
more.
forget red wine.
Red. You can put red wine. Yeah, stick red wine into your slow cooker.
Oh,
Do,
right.
do whatever you want.
Mm.
Can't believe we spent this long talking about bloody slow cookers. Can you?
No, let's go to the advert, Sadie.
I ain't got one.
I need to... Oh, you don't have an advert. No,
Oh, that's a look at that. I don't know whether I can show you this.
sick.
Look at that. Oh my God. Oh, that's great.
35 years, Tracy's had what? Jeff or the slow cooker?
Yeah. Sorry, Matt. No,
I've got a slow cooker, Eddie, not naming names like
Yeah.
Steve.
not slow cooker related, but we were taught to cook at school things like Victoria sponge, apple pie. Do they still do this at high school? Well, I'll tell you what.
Who's that? That's us about to go talk show.
Yeah, it's off our Facebook page,
Oh, is
which
it?
is good. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what they teach them at school. We used to call it home economics.
Home economics, yes. I was top of the class. I used to turn up with a chef's hat on and everything.
And a skirt.
And they loved me, absolutely loved me. You're quite right. We did did the Victoria sponge and the apple pies. We did a lot of things, didn't we?
But I don't know.
Learning how to make short crust pastry. It's all down to the fingers. Puff pastry. Nobody makes puff pastry anymore.
Nope.
It's all in the roll, turning it round one turn 8 times. But you just go and buy it now. People just cheat.
Butter up the layers and everything.
All the
thing
basic
is,
stuff, absolutely.
When
Matt.
I went to school, we had workshops. You got like the carpentry workshop, you had the metal workroom, you had all the kitchens, then you had all your...
Yeah, I didn't do woodwork or metalwork. My parents had to go to school and tell them
Mm-hmm.
that our son Steve's not interested in woodwork or metalwork.
Well,
Yeah, I took extra cooking lessons. And look at me now, chicken, chips and salad.
yeah,
I'll
because you need a metal working degree for that.
switch it on. So it's a slow. I know I'm boring everybody today, but I've never seen a slow cooker. So is it a temperature in the slow cooker, or is it just one temperature?
Click.
And that's it.
Well,
What temperature does it reach?
mine's got 4 levels. 3 levels. Low, medium, high.
Right,
So when you bang it on, stick it on high all day,
right.
and then bring it down to low, and just leave it in the pot. You can have it simmering 2 or 3 days.
You can have it on for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I want
There
to see
you
your electricity bill.
See, now he uses his slow cooker, Martin does, for mulled wine.
What's
Works a
that
treat.
shit with wine more important than food?
There you go. There you go, Brenda. Mine is warm, low and high. That's the same with mine. We get educated.
Yeah,
in
no,
this,
I'm
man.
educated. Because I've got to, can you hear me? I've lived here for 38 years and they weren't invented then. They weren't, you know what I mean?
Brenda Lancaster's son went to school and they taught him how to make garlic bread. What? But when we were at school,
In Wales.
I'm surprised.
Garlic bread in Wales.
They have lava bread in Wales.
What's lava bread?
Seaweed.
Like lava, no.
No, seaweed.
Right.
Seaweed is like a cross between baby's poo and toxic waste. It is honestly. And what they do is they put it in the frying pan with cockles, and they have it for breakfast in
No.
Wales. Yes, they do.
Oh, jeez.
Honestly.
God.
Uh,
No wonder they're leaving.
There you go, John. When the dog arrived, they had a slow cooker, and that was his first meal. That was the dog's first
The
meal.
evening that Murdoch,
Yeah.
is he not dead? Arrived at our garden and as a
That
man. Oh,
was
puppy, right.
Yeah, yeah.
I had
Not
dinner
Rupert.
cooked in the slow cooker.
See, now Linda's saying their kids were taught home economics at school, apple pie and everything.
Yeah, Linda, yeah.
I just, yes, Brendan, it is
They
horrible.
don't get that anymore.
You got to try lava bread. But I don't know what goes on in schools now. I've not been for such a long time. I didn't go when I was supposed to. But the thing is...
Brenda's got grandkids.
Yeah, I distinctly remember making a bottle opener and a shelf in woodwork. And then a lot of kids at school, they could only do one or the other. You could either do woodwork or you could do metalwork. But I don't know. What would I know now? I have Jack's at school. Well, Jack's at college now.
Did he do homework?
No, when he was at school, they didn't have the facilities for him to do metalwork, woodwork. They hadn't got cookery kitchens or anything. But what they do a lot
how long
now.
it takes to cook. It reminds me of how long it takes Steve to get us a second drink.
You started.
No, if Ian didn't drink like an alky,
You started.
maybe you're supposed to sip it, Ian. Sip it, not gollop it down. Gollop it.
Got a bit.
Yeah, that's
Is that a word?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you think so? We'll have a look in the dictionary.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, nowadays, they say that they're teaching them computers. But in the future, not everybody can be a computer whiz. There has to be other things that kids are taught, except sit in front of a computer.
You'd be surprised, Eddie. You'd be shocked at the amount of people who can't cook.
Yeah, no, I know. Tracy, thank you. He's a good little singer. Jack was singing in the bar last night.
Oh yeah, Jack is good.
Yeah. He was back at work last night. PRing. Yeah.
We've got to work. We've all got to work.
Yeah, we've all got to work.
You know what I mean?
I think
Not like
kids
the
miss
bloody
that today.
socialists who wants you to sit in his ass and all the rich people pay for him.
Yeah, but you see, here's the thing. Let's just go back. Let's just backtrack a second. If they're not teaching kids these skills in school, like woodwork, metalwork, I mean, the girls, and I don't know why it was the girls, because I think that was a sexist thing. They used to have needlework classes.
I used to go to needlework classes.
Yeah, but generally speaking, it were girls.
Yeah, but I went sewing.
Yeah,
And my first thing I ever made in there was a rabbit.
yeah,
Yeah, you had the fur, the square fur, and then you just cut round
Yeah.
the rabbit shape,
yeah.
and then sew it, and then you have the bottom part. Then you put all the stuffing in it, and then get the sewing machine and close it, and you had your little rabbit. You know what I mean?
Fantastic.
Probably if I still had that, it'd be worth a lot of money now.
Grade A needlework, Richard Henry.
Yeah, see, well,
Yeah.
we're there. They were there. We're old school. We're sounding like old men. Oh God, he just do one line, does he?
He knows. You've got to give him his due. Slow cookers achieved popularity in the US during the 1940s when many women began to work outside the home. Well, this is it. It was a convenience.
That did cook it in the morning before they go to work.
Yeah, brilliant. But yeah,
Thank you, John.
do you know what? As I grew up, right, all the family could knit. Do you remember knitting?
God, I can knit.
I can knit.
I can knit.
I can knit. But you know, all of these are kind of lost now.
I used to
They're
slide
lost
the skill.
skills.
Thought I was gay because I could knit and cook.
They thought you were gay. Who would think that? I have no idea. But yeah.
You all
macaroni.
thought I was going to have a Philip Schofield moment, didn't you? They all thought that, Eddie.
I thought
I'm not going down the Philip Schofield road.
I'm glad you said
I
that.
am
right?
not coming out on air.
There you go. Tracy's just put it into a nutshell. That's why we're short of tradesmen. Because they're not teaching it in schools. They're not teaching it at a basic level. I mean,
No, Eddie, I'm going to tell you something. People are not interested in cooking for a job anymore. Why did I stop college and come over here? Eddie, crap hours, crap money, and get treated like crap. You know what I mean?
so what are you doing now? Crap hours, crap money,
You're right.
and
You're right,
and get treated.
You're right, Eddie.
Yeah.
I went back in time, haven't I?
No, but really, honestly, I mean, if you don't teach basic skills at school, I mean, we went to school and we were taught, here's an interesting one, we were taught basics like how to wire a plug.
Oh, I don't do that.
No, you don't. I bet you can't.
I don't do DIY.
No,
Feel my hands, Eddie. Feel those hands.
No, I don't
They
have
are
to.
soft. I have the softest hands anyone's ever felt.
yeah, but that's only because you got no bones in your fingers.
I've got bones.
Okay.
My hands are soft because I've never done manual work.
Really?
Really. I don't.
Yeah.
You know that I got the nephew down to put the light bulbs in the shack.
You do that?
Yeah, I won't do it, Eddie. I'll cook you a pie and I'll cook for you. I'm not changing bulbs or plugs or
Yeah,
anything.
but people need to, and I'll tell you why they need to, right?
Right.
Is when we grew up, we were taught by our dads and our uncles and granddads plumbing and electrics and things like that. If you don't know how to do this, you're putting yourself in danger in the house.
No, you're not. You just get somebody in.
Now you get someone in.
That makes the world go round.
See, Jeff was taught how to hotwire cars at school, but then he didn't get
He's a scouser.
he didn't get a Borstal.
My
Diana.
hobby took 5 years in catering college to train now, and now they do it in 6 months.
Yeah. Good morning, Diana. Hutchie's girl cooked twice for Tom. Still waiting for TripAdvisor review. By the way, you bought round really shit wine. There you go. Says that. Good morning. There you go, Wendy. There's another thing. Girl guides amaze me. I mean, I've been in the guide, well, a few of them. And
Where are we going with this today?
I don't know, girl guides. You're doing a wood. They were taught everything. You were taught to make a cup of tea on a campfire after you'd lit the campfire. Half the kids now, they don't know how to light a campfire. They know how to set fire to a building, but you don't get it. YouTube, yeah, you're quite right, Mick. YouTube do tell you how to do all that. But the thing is, when a kid gets on YouTube, they don't want to look at wiring plugs and everything. They're just looking at the latest trends and TikTok and all that.
You've been on one today.
Well, I don't know. Think we should go for a quick break.
What's your subject anyway?
Well, it still looks like it was slow cookers. Listen, guys, we didn't get into part one today. I'm still waiting for our new promos from XPTV1.
www.xptv1.com.
Actually, before we go to the break, we got the figures from XPTV1.
You told me, yeah, bloody all over the world.
All over
Malta.
the world. Malta, America, Australia, Japan, Russia.
Yeah. Well, we know the Russia is a porn channel in Russia, the 14,000. They're all watching a porn channel.
There's only that one.
All right.
Yeah. So we're going to go for a break. We're just going to advertise ourselves, really. And I just have to say, all the food featured in the next adverts were not made in a slow cooker.
Join us at 60s Bar in Los Gigantes for games, quizzes, karaoke and much, much more. We are located just down the steps in front of the pharmacy. A friendly, local pub, perfect for you and your family. 60s Bar, Los Gigantes.
Everybody has fun at the Chicken Shack. Where else can you go to get a fabulous meal, fabulous entertainment? Well, Stevie. Great drinks, all at the right price. The atmosphere is tremendous. Join us at the Chicken Shack. For reservations, call 922 862459. The Chicken Shack in Puerto Santiago. Or join us on Facebook at the Chicken Shack Fan Club.
I've just got the actual pot out of the slow cooking pot.
That's the pot.
That's the pot. I still don't know how it actually works.
Yeah. Well, this sits inside the unit, right? It just sits inside.
And where's the heat coming from?
Well, it's inside the unit, and you've got a little knob on the front that goes right. But I mean, that's,
so the heat's coming from all angles.
Yeah, but look at the size of that pot.
That is a big pot.
You
wouldn't get a leg of lamb in there.
You would.
You wouldn't. You get a shoulder of lamb
or a shank.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get a leg of lamb in there. What sort of lambs have you got?
Only little ones.
Yeah, yeah. So no, I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't believe.
Yeah, don't drop that.
Can't believe the
If you drop that, it would smash.
I'm just going to bend down and put my pot on the
You're
floor.
brave, I'll tell you. He's brave. He's put it on the floor, Holly. We wouldn't do that to you. Oh, God. What the light? What the light? They're cheating this hot pot more.
I'm going to put it back into props. There you go.
Yeah, thank you. €20 for that.
Yeah, unbelievable.
So if you pop round and just mention our name, you've seen it advertised in the Multicoloured Talk Show, you get a 10% discount. we're like the channel, what you call that? John Rivers used to do.
No idea.
Yeah, John Rivers.
QVC.
Yes, we were on, haven't we?
QVC.
Yeah, next week we'll. What have we got on next week? We're selling.
I don't know.
No, we'll find something.
We'll find something. Good morning, Shelley and the girls from Delmar. Good to have you on board. We
were talking about you earlier.
We've already apologised for not being able to turn up because we are so busy. We must get a new social calendar. Rob Taver had a lovely Christmas dinner yesterday. I would not recommend those slow cookers, though.
Ooh.
You're missing the point. You're missing the point. That was a joke.
All right.
Yeah. He had his Christmas dinner yesterday. He wouldn't recommend doing it in a slow
I was going to cancel that then. I get it now. It was a joke.
Right.
Got mine from Tesco's, £10. Had 6.
Use it all the time.
£10.
How do they make them for that?
I told you.
I know.
That's why they closed. Primark, Lefties, all these shops. I went many years ago, Eddie. I went to a massive, it was bigger than Los Gigantes, a massive factory in Cambodia in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It belonged to Zara, the Zara company, right? They had different outlets inside it making the clothes.
The clothes people.
Yeah, the clothes people, they're massive. They were making it in Cambodia. So most of the Zara clothes, Zara, Lefties, and all these other little chains that belong to the Zara group, they're all made in these cheap countries. People getting paid $1 a day.
Yeah.
That's why, isn't it? That's why.
There you go, John Yahoo, he's got 2. He bought a 6.5 litre one, especially to do large joints like regular.
Why, John? You live on your own.
Yeah. He could fill, like, one day he wants to donate the rest of his stew to the poor and needy. See, here's another thing you just hit on about Zara and having all these... Are you talking like sweatshops where they get paid nothing to... Yeah.
I've been.
Yeah, but people say that's wrong.
No, it's totally wrong, isn't it?
Why is it wrong?
Because you haven't been there to see it.
No, but it's not the point, is it?
I'm going to explain something to you, Eddie.
Well,
because a lot of people haven't seen it for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I don't know. It's also not Zara. It's a big incorporation, isn't it? Who owns Zara? They own Zara. They own Lefty. They own Prime. I don't know who they own. They own hundreds of these shops. We all think they're separate, don't you?
Yeah,
you go to Springfield and go to Zara. Oh, I don't like the clothes in Springfield. I like Zara. It's the same bloody company.
Yeah.
They're all under the same umbrella. So the one I went to in Cambodia, I was like a reporter. And it is massive. I say bigger than Los Gigantes. Yeah. Massive. And the company built a new town, a village next to it. And they're bussing them, trucks as well, bringing them all into work. They work for 12 hours a day, and you're looking, averaging from about $60 a month, $60 to $80 a month they get paid. The company, they built the school, they had a little supermarket in the little town for them. So they're like little slaves.
Mm-hmm.
And they encourage them to have kids. Why? Because those kids will end up in the factory.
Right.
Yeah.
And
what?
Well, you see, everybody says it's exploitation, but you go to one of these sweatshops in India, for argument's sake, where there's gross overpopulation, and you take the sweatshops away, although they only earn enough to keep the family fed, they're still earning. You know, I mean, there's a lot of different ways that you can look at this. You take I know it's exploitation. I know this, right? But if you took the exploitative element out of it and says, look, guys, you can feed your family. If they've not got that, what have they got? Because they can't all grow rice and crops in a field. But I'm just saying,
I'm not
devil's advocate. Devil's advocate. I love the way Martin's replying to Ian. That's good.
I don't know what's happening. I've seen Ian's been giving it something to Derby County Football Club.
I have no idea.
They didn't even know they had a football club.
Yeah, apparently Wayne Rooney's the manager at the moment.
Wayne Rooney, he rings a bell.
Yeah, does he? No, that's Quasimodo. Yeah. So listen, you've got your time now. So everybody, gather round. Come on, gather round. It's Steve.
Do you not think it's a bit unfair? We have 1 hour on a Saturday morning. We have subjects. He has his subject. I have my subject.
Now, let me get this straight.
I just want to say, you know what I mean? I just think it's unfair.
Now, let me get this straight. Let me get this totally straight.
You want to get me straight?
Right. No, not for a long time. Let me just say, we started my subject this morning.
Yeah.
And I could have done it like this. I've got a slow cooker. Thanks for asking. That would have been it. But you jumped in, everybody else jumped in, and they've accepted. It's not me that stopped you. It's not me. It's everybody.
We need to have a clock, Eddie. We need a clock. And when you start talking, we hit the button. You know, like the when they have the
chess.
No, bloody chess. And you have your 30 minutes. Boom, stop, and that's it. Even if you want to say one more word, no, stop. You've had your 30 minutes of talking nonsense. It's now me.
Now listen, before you do. Darren, Boss of XP, says Bourneville did the same in the UK. Quite right. John Gilhooly says, thanks, Steve. Last week you painted me as some sort of philanderer. Now you're just painting me like Billy No Mates.
There's no pleasing some people, is there, John? To be honest with you, I've not seen you all week. Hope I see you tonight.
I sometimes wonder why I sit here next to him. He gets me into more trouble. Anyway, get on with it. You got 10 minutes. Let's go.
You know, sometimes you feel sorry for people, Eddie. Have you ever felt sorry for anybody?
No.
This week, boys and girls, I do feel for Boris Johnson.
Johnson.
Who?
No T.
What did I say?
Johnston.
Boris Johnson.
Johnson.
Right, as in Johnson Johnson's baby powder.
That's the one.
Right. He's nothing to do with him, has he?
No.
No. Right. You got to imagine this, everybody. You stop eating when I'm trying to do this story.
Sorry.
None of them will like this, I'm going to say, especially Ian, bloody socialist. See, you got to picture this, right? Boris lives at number 11.
10.
11. He lives above number 11. That's where he lives in. He doesn't live in number 10, he lives in number 11. Actually, at number 11 and 12, because the flat above 10 and 11 is massive. It's bigger than the flat in number 10. Cameron lived in number 11. Theresa May lived in number 11. Blair lived in number 11. Ever since that era, Winston Churchill lived in number 10. But, so Boris lives in number 11. He's been out working all day, doing his tour. He's with his entourage. He's come back to his office where number 10 is. Hundreds of people working there. Over 8,000 people actually work for Boris Johnson. But they don't all work in number 10. So he's got hundreds of people working in there. Some are working 14 hours, 16 hours, 18 hours a day. So they're all having a little break because it's a lovely sunny day. They're having drinks, socially distanced drinks in the garden. They don't have a bar in number 10 now like Westminster, so they brought their own drinks in because they don't supply drinks unless they bring outside caterers in when they get what do you call it? A dignitary. Is that a good word, isn't it?
That's a good word for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dignitaries. I'm one of them. Anyway, so that's why they brought their own booze.
No, you're a dysentery.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. So he's come home, not home, to his office, and they're all out the garden having a drink. He says, what's going on? What's going on? He says, all the staff are having a little break. They're all having a little drink because it's a hot day. Some of them. He says, fabulous. I'm going to go around and say thank you to everybody. Thanks for working 14, 16, 18 hours a day. They've done a fucking marvellous job, marvellous job. So he went round and said thank you to everybody. And then he went back to his own office and then went upstairs to his missus, who was pregnant at the time. The house he lives in, number 11, is soundproof, bulletproof, bomb-proof. He doesn't hear anything that's going on. So people having a go at Boris. He should resign. Why? If anybody, the people at the party, there wasn't even a party, it was just a socially distanced drinky poos at number 10 in the office. And I'm sure loads of people have little drinky poos in the office. You have a drinky poo in the office, in the bar. And the police came knocking on the door.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So why do you have a drink after work? It's just sit, talk, socialise it. So all the workers are number 10. Well, you want them just like bloody Cambodia, like India, just go in there and work and go home. No, they want to socialise. They're stuck in little offices. There's over 100 offices in number 10. So sometimes they don't see each other. What a great idea for the chief whip. Let's get them all into the garden, socially distance, and have a little chat. And now they want them to resign, Eddie.
Well,
it's not right.
We've got about 6 minutes left, and if you start me on this, it's going to be a 3-hour show. It really
You're
is.
having a wonderful life in your cloud, Steve. I told you that they don't like it.
You see, the thing is, I think it's like everything else. It's just so blown out of proportion. And then you've got your left-wing and your right-wing newspapers that take their own different view on it. And
Don't get me going on Cummings.
Cummings is goings.
Yeah, not Kevin, I like Kevin.
Yeah.
That weasel! The weasel of a man who his boss stood up for! Stood up for him!
Yeah.
What? Why not I say that?
I don't know, but
Weasel's a good word!
It's a great
Bloody
word.
weasel! And now he wants us all to believe what he's telling now. You got sacked. Go and get yourself a real job, you weasel. You wombat! That's another one.
Can you stop with the W word?
Yeah. that's what I was getting to.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
We'll stop. No, he didn't. There's a photo of him and his wife even drinking and so. Yeah, but you see, the thing is, I mean, you could go as far as, what was the guy's name who was the health guy who had to resign because they found him having a little kissy poo with his secretary in the hallway?
That was a set-up.
Yeah.
It wasn't a hallway, it was an office. They set a secret camera in the lights and they're taking pictures of them.
Yeah.
Set up. MI6. What?
I'm just... no, I can't believe that.
What?
Why have you brought us to a church with IKEA lighting? You get these lights in IKEA. They've got 4 of them. We've got a church with IKEA lighting.
Who's mentioned that?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Matt Hancock, that was his name. I don't think he needed to go. I mean, people have affairs all the time. And okay, people don't like the fact that people do have affairs. But what, did he have to lose his job over it? Has Boris got to lose his job over having a drink? I don't know. And you know, at the end of the day, looking at it from this point of view, sometimes it's better the devil you know than the devil you don't. Because if you get rid of Boris, if they have a vote of no confidence in him, who's going to take over? What's he going to be like? Is he going to be any better?
Tracy, that's exactly what I'm saying, Tracy. Yeah? Lot of bloody rubbish. Let's go and run in the country. There's serious things happening in Britain, Eddie.
See, Darren's asking a question. The question is, who took the picture? There you go. Who took? Because that picture had to be leaked.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody is there in number 10, 11, 12, whatever Downing Street, and someone on the inside is taking pictures and leaking them to the press. So why don't they concentrate on finding out who the snitches?
Yeah.
You know.
But it was all on the news, isn't it? I couldn't go and see go to the funeral of my grandmother. This isn't about funerals. This is about a work place having a few drinks. Socially distance. In the letter that went out, says a social distance works gathering, isn't it?
And I also
it's just been blown out of proportion, as you said, Eddie.
But I also think that the papers are guilty of loads of things we know, but to use the Queen as leverage is wrong, because while they were doing this, saying having drinking poos, they were showing pictures of the Queen
sat
on her own.
Yeah.
But that's totally two different and unrelated things.
Completely.
And they shouldn't be brought into the same context.
So did we all sit at home wearing black at the eve of Prince Philip's funeral?
No.
See, some of the people working number 10, they're not like royalists. They don't give a monkey's shit, do they?
Yeah, the thing is, people had the most utmost respect for him. He was a bit of a buffoon at times, said some stupid things.
Yeah.
But people did have a respect for him.
Yeah.
But we didn't go out, the entire nation didn't wear black.
No.
And the same is quite true in this situation, where the guys have finished work, having a drink.
There's a going away party.
Yeah, but then they're showing pictures of the Queen, which is completely unrelated.
Nothing to do with it.
Shouldn't happen. Should not happen.
That's the media for the UK media. Gutter.
Yeah.
Laddie gutter. Oh, Ian class, man.
There you go. Jane's asking how much time has been wasted on this, right? See, lots.
But if you
more
do nothing
snowflakes.
wrong, then there's no photos to be leaked.
But
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong. They're just having a drink.
He comes back to his office. They're having a social distance party. He's the boss. Quite right, as a boss, he wants to go around and say thank you to everybody for working these long hours, getting them through Brexit, getting them through bloody COVID.
Here's an interesting point, Ian. Here's an interesting point, right? I know I would say it's a good bet that while the Queen was bereaved of Prince Philip, I bet there's photographs of you on a fishing bank.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's only the same, really. You know?
But I also think, Eddie, that photograph...
out of context.
Yeah, but do we really believe that the Queen, after that, sat on their own all day? No. The whole family would have been round in Buckingham Palace, wouldn't they?
Yes,
the whole lot have been there. They've been drinking champy poos, reading out the will. I don't know. But she wasn't on her own all day. That was just for the public, wasn't it?
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Have we upset enough people today?
I think we have.
Nah, we got most of everybody in, haven't we? I'm just ticking the boxes. We've got the royal family in. Bloody socialists.
I have just had a message.
I'm not mentioning lesbians today.
No, lesbians. Who's it? Lesbians. Who's lesbians? I've never met him. Yeah, there you go. Ian, you've just proved your own point. Yeah, you were on your own and you were allowed to go fishing. Well, you know, I mean, Boris and his friends have finished work. They're allowed to have a little drink. We all go for a drink.
Which rules has he broke, though? They're going to keep going on about these rules. What rules did he break? There was social distance in the garden. He went round.
Listen, we've been controversial enough today. I know. Look, guys, it's nearly the end of the show. I've just got to tell you, we've had a message from Lidl and Tefal, and we are now on 10% of all slow sold from this point on.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
Guys, it's been an absolutely rapid.
I don't know where this hour's gone to.
A brilliant hour. I've loved it. You enjoyed it?
Yeah, thanks for the recipes.
Absolutely. Just want to say a quick thanks to our friends at XPTV1.
www.xptv1.com.
Facebook, and do us a favour,
like us,
tell all your friends,
bring us pork pies over
where we are, and get them to
thank you, Brenda.
Give us a little subscribe. I have not been Steve from the Chicken Shack,
and I've not been Eddie Hastings from the 60s bar in Los Gigantes.
And we will see you next week for another Multicoloured Talk Show. Bye.
You've been watching the Multicoloured Talk Show with Steve Gerald and Eddie Hastings.
I don't understand.
Season 5.
That is awesome.
Don't forget to subscribe, like us, and set your notifications.